You're listening to Off-Road Garage Podcast, and here are Jason and Jim.
And we're live.
That's us, buddy. We're back.
Been a little bit.
Another week.
Yeah.
You know what I totally realized the other day? We did not.
We failed a couple things.
We failed a couple things.
Like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. So.
And we apologize.
We'll get back to that next week.
We can do it right now.
All right. You got the list?
Oh, I got that right there. That's what started it.
Okay. All right. Hey, you're automatically the winner.
That's what started the whole thing. Does he have a screen name in there? Or I got to find a screen name.
You'll have to find it. I don't read. It's so dumb. What do you got? Who's our winner?
I mean, you kind of threw it at me real quick here. I got to find the original conversation me and the gentleman had here.
Okay.
Threw it right at my face, and I wasn't ready.
Go shocker, we're not prepared at all.
Crazy, right?
That's off the cuff, ladies and gentlemen.
Straight off the dome. So they say in the rap world, anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm done with that.
So I know the story, and how was your trip? I mean, you don't have to go in detail, but I mean, did you at least enjoy being in UP?
Yes,
I don't think everybody knows where you went.
Yeah, I was up at Munising in the Pictured Rocks area. The area is awesome. Town is great. People's great. Our stay was awesome. No complaints there. We ended up doing the boat tour.
Okay.
We attempted the kayaks, but let's just cliff note that too. My family's not really outdoorsy.
Didn't work out very well.
It didn't help that Lake Superior, which is a inland ocean, got a little choppy.
Little choppy.
Yeah, I should have known better when the guide's like, this is getting pretty gamey out there. I'm like, that should have been a sign. But I was like, let's go adventure. Yay. And high seas and seasickness, and let's just turn around and try not to die or be a news story, you know?
Right. Local family lost.
As we search for the local family.
Yeah. The search continues for the local family.
So, I mean, like,
But gorgeous area.
I really wanted you to have fun. But
did too.
when I heard your plan, I was like,
I know. It's adventurous.
6 kids between, 8 and 14 or 8 and 15?
2 15s,
Okay.
2 13s, and 2 10s.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, oh, geez.
And, and myself and my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was adventurous. So we were able to, thankfully, trade our failed kayak rental guided trip for the boat guided tour around
Right.
the island. I forget the name of it, but it looks awesome.
Around the island? Okay.
They take the boat into like the coves and everything where like the water's raining down, like the caves and.
Was it like a pontoon boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Which
seats were nice.
Still got to be sporty on Lake Superior in a pontoon boat.
We ended up going the following day.
Okay.
And it was like, it would have been the perfect day for kayaking.
Crazy.
But, so we did that, and then we hiked to some of those falls that you had brought up, and
Okay.
that was awesome.
So I didn't look it up in the phone, but I'll just go with his name is John.
Okay.
Okay.
John, you're the winner.
And he's way smarter than us because apparently he does stuff for NASA.
That's way smarter than us.
I worked on team building the GLM and SUVI instruments from the same facility come the HMI instrument on the SDO spacecraft. I don't know what any of that means.
It sounds awesome.
But he said it's, if you go to this website, you can see the stuff that he used to what they use to take pictures of the world, I guess.
Like a telescope?
I don't know. Dude, he's smarter than us, bro. But this is what started this whole thing. I got this letter in the mail. It was a request for stickers.
Okay.
It's like, hey, and he sent us some of his stickers from the projects he worked on right there.
Right.
It's 99 Sahara, so it's basically Angie's Jeep.
Okay. Same color, wasn't it?
Yeah, same color. He bought from a guy at work for $500.
I don't usually get stickers from Lockheed Martin.
Right?
Okay.
He bought this Jeep for $500 because the guy wanted to buy the newest iPhone that came out.
That's almost as good as like the rumored divorcee wanted to sells her husband's Jeep for like $1.
Right. Sold, right?
Yeah. That's the next best thing, I guess.
Had a lot of minor issues. Welcome to having a TJ. Intermittent gauge issues. Welcome to a TJ. No temperature control. Yeah, TJ stuff. It's got a rebuilt 4.0 with a 32RH SYE and a T-case. He wants a new 44 for the rear end, and then the engine works. There's a picture of him over here at Hollister Hills. He's got. I mean, it looks like
Okay.
and it looks like a California Jeep or an out west Jeep, so it looks pretty solid. I mean, I haven't seen like an actual letter in so long. This is actually pretty rad. We should probably frame it, like put it
Print it
right
out?
here. Like put it
Yeah,
right,
let's do it. Yeah,
put it
we'll
right there.
we'll frame it.
So yeah, thanks to John. He's the one that started the whole idea.
John,
so,
you're the winner. Congratulations.
when I figure out what his Instagram name is, I will tag him
yeah,
because it's in there. It's in.
Okay. So more to come on that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
more to come.
All right. So let's talk about the big news. We kind of missed it because we're a little late because of my trip.
We
and
missed the
everything that's
news.
going
We didn't miss the memes. The meme game was strong.
on. I think you're welcome. I tried really hard on that. I based it off. I base everything off kind of what I see,
Right.
and the.
You're an
pages-
artist. You just paint the story around you.
Yeah, it just comes to me. It's like a gift.
Right.
So yeah, they seem to do pretty good.
Yeah.
They seem to
I got some shares out of them.
hit,
So whatever.
hit on
Yeah.
point. So I guess what we got is the new Bronco.
The
my
new
man.
Bronco.
It's I'm gonna put this up here. I'm not gonna play the audio because I don't want Ford coming after us. I like mine and want to keep them. So
I just like not losing my house.
yeah, they have better lawyers than I do. As in, I don't have any. So everything that came out, I'm in love with.
Sorry, I'll be in the horses.
I think they really hit on point.
So
They really listened.
we got to see. I know a couple of guys that were on the project. We wheeled
Yeah.
with them before that
Okay.
actually were on this project.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if we could have them, I'm not sure what they can divulge yet.
Okay.
Maybe have them on and cover the
That'd be
thought
cool.
process.
Yeah.
Because talking to one of my guys, he's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm a Jeep guy because they're cheap,
Mm-hmm.
you know." And they had me bring my Jeep in. We went down to the Badlands and we thrashed it.
Right.
And a couple other guys brought their rigs in that 37-inch shod JKUs and whatever,
Yeah.
and they thrashed it. And then they brought them back and were like, "We want trucks that can do that."
Right.
And that's what made this Bronco happen, dude.
Yeah, I feel like they really listened, and like all the things that everyone likes about the Jeeps,
Yeah.
and put that in there, and then they listen to what people don't like.
Right, for sure.
They put the mirrors not on the doors,
Right on the body. Crazy.
and then the doors are still removable.
Right. And then talking to a really good friend of mine who, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to drop names for lack of getting in trouble at work
Right,
or whatever,
yeah.
but I've known him for like 19, 20 years.
Yeah.
He said they were benchmarking. They bring in Jeep people off the street and be like, "Why do you drive a Jeep?"
Right.
Oh, the top comes off. Okay, check.
Yeah.
Oh, the doors come off. Okay, check.
Yeah.
What can
don't
we
you like?
do
Yeah.
to make it work? And what don't you like? That it leaks still. It's a 2020 and it leaks. Like
Right. So, yeah, I'm down.
you've been down since they said it was coming back.
Yeah, and it hit about as good as I thought it would. But I had, again, same kind of thing. I knew a couple people on the inside who were kind of feeding me some info and keeping me really like, this could be awesome. And I was afraid that they were, going to kind of downplay it a little bit. And
Gonna
it wasn't going
blazer
to be as cool. But from what I'm hearing now, it might even be cooler than what they released. I heard there's possible for some even more.
Some more
in the
cooler stuff.
works. Right.
So
they're not showing their whole hand. They're still, I think, keeping some cards back. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, and I really hope that, I've been a Jeep guy since I was 16.
Yeah.
But, I respect anything cool. Mm-hmm. I would have driven a Bronco if they had the old little Broncos.
Oh, absolutely.
But I could never afford one.
Right.
And then the Bronco 2 was a failed attempt at remaking the...
I think that's still one of my, trail rig deals, I would like to have.
I'd wheel it, but it's never been like...
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
my
not
God.
the same.
We'll get to a story, and that was almost my first car with the Bronco 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But,
Well, I had two of them here at one point.
did you?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think I remember that.
I don't know why I get so many vehicles in twos.
But so, they've done some really good stuff. For me personally, I think the 2-door is cooler than the 4-door.
Yeah.
The 4-door just looks big, but
Yeah.
so is a JK,
Yep.
right? My 4-door JK is not my TJ. But that 2-door new one looks pretty close to the rad old Broncos. Looks pretty nimble and capable.
Yeah. I like now, and I don't think they're going to show it. I've seen on some of the 4-door ones where they do they lock the inner rear tire and do the front dig.
What?
Yeah. It was a video they released probably a week before they released the main video. I don't know if they're going to show it.
In this video?
In this
Because
one.
I've not seen this video, whatever this is.
Yeah. This is the release video, I believe.
Okay.
Because this is from Ford.
So I only saw the part with like the horses charging, and then it was like
Oh, okay.
Bronco. You know, I never saw like this. This is a pretty rad video.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I wanted to put it on here. I didn't know if I thought you'd already seen it. But
No, I haven't seen this one at all.
yeah, I mean the angles
Yeah.
and everything. They did. They're like, all right, what does Jeep have? All right, we're gonna make it. If it's like a 5, we're making it a 7.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the fact that 35's out of the factory on any trim level is probably my favorite part.
the Sasquatch.
Yeah, the
package.
Sasquatch.
They even name it something cool.
Right.
It gets you front and rear lockers, and then 35-inch tires on, I believe, beadlock wheels.
Beadlock ready.
They're beadlock ready, so it's the same. I think it's the same rim, and I could be wrong. Someone's probably screaming again at the radio or whatever they're listening to. What's on? You take off. You like go to the tire store. They take it off like the inner bead,
Okay.
and you take off that outer ring, and it, it's like
Also, it pops the bead out and you can smush it in there.
and then it locks it in.
Okay. I
So
mean,
that way they can sell it, right? It's
Right, 'cause
still DOT approved, and then you can be
whatever you do to it, it's up to you.
Right, yeah, that's on you.
And
I
I
like taking off the doors.
What I liked about that was they have storage for the doors in the truck.
That's pretty awesome.
That's a great idea. I mean, because how many times, like for me,
yeah.
I'm going on an adventure. I want to take my doors off. Well, I got to either leave them at home or put them in a trailer.
Did you see the sway bar? Yeah, they got the same sway bar disconnect. I think it's hydraulic or something like that. I don't know, but yeah. So that was the clip right there. Let me back it up.
Yeah, back it up a
It was
little
pretty
bit.
rad.
I thought it was hydro for a second, like just. Psh.
Yeah, no, but I think it disconnects the sway bar like hydraulically.
Okay.
So it's maybe possibly like an upgraded, similar to probably what Jeep did, but
Right.
instead of maybe a better system. I don't know. Could be worse. Who knows? But
I mean, it's got some really, really
Made
rad
that-
features.
made that IFS work a little bit more.
Yeah.
Did you see they had said pictures the other day of it wheeling at the local park?
Yeah, at Holly Hills.
I think they had them at Holly, and then they had them down at Bundy
Okay.
the other day. It looked really good.
I mean, it's got potential, bro. I like it. I'm not. I know you're converted. You're into it, but you're a Ford guy,
Right. Yeah, and it's like finally it's my Jeep that I get a plan
right?
on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it.
There's a lot of hype, and there's
100 foot-pounds of torque. That's impressive.
a lot of really good ideas tied to it right now that I think are going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, if I'm going to ditch Jeep,
Yeah.
I need to see what actually happens when it drops.
I just wanted to point out, do you see the little like hooks on the front?
Yeah, for the
For
rim
the
risers.
Rim risers or a tire kayak.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, that's some forethought there. I
Right.
like it. And then, of course, they have the Sport or whatever that is.
Yeah, it did.
It's the really aggressive Escape.
It's an Escape. The Ford Escape.
I mean, it's probably not bad.
The Escape Rubicon.
Escape.
I talked to Doc about it, Dr. Deathwobble, and I was like, it doesn't have a single solid axle. He goes, yeah, dude, but in 90% of the country, you can wheel pretty well on IFS. And look at what Toyotas do, right? Look what Tacomas and 400s have been doing for
They've
years.
proved it. It's fine. The full-size trucks have proved that it's fine, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't see many full sizes out there on trails, like legit.
Well, I would argue that you see the full-size desert trucks.
Right.
You got your Raptor, whatever, the Chevy. I forget which one they
The
came down.
Trail Boss.
Trail Boss. We've seen one of those wheel pretty damn hard.
Yeah. The one up at with 589 Fab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wheeled the hell out of that. And then the, what's the Ram one?
Rebel.
Rebel. So
Unless
there's
that gets changed because it's insensitive or whatever.
Ooh, you might have just got him right there. You just started it.
Oops.
Oh, sorry, Dodge.
There's been a bunch of crazy stuff going on with that, so who knows?
If they have to change the name because of the show, that's it.
We're fired.
We're either straight to the top or we're done.
Or you can just cut this part out.
No, I'm not. It's it. It's live now.
Snip it. I mean, it's got some rad ideas, bro. My concern, like, of course, it always is 60 grand, 50 grand. Where I know that I released the MSRP at 29.5 or whatever. Let me build one and see.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because the Sasquatch package might be 37 grand or what. Who knows?
Oh, probably.
Right.
I know it's probably not going to be cheap, and I think they do. I got mine priced out. I think it started.
Can you build them already?
Yeah, I can pre-order. I was thinking about it. It's $100 deposit.
To pre-order?
refundable. Yeah. I'm considering it, but I have concerns. The only thing that's disheartening me right now about it is I was looking through some of the specs, and under towing, I was displeased that it's only $3,500.
Right.
And that's what this says. Now, on another page on Ford, and it said like tow package, it said to be determined.
Okay.
So I'm still holding some hopes, but yes, if it's $3,500, that's problematic.
Especially with
I
that
need a little
tractor
bit
you
more.
got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
You know.
even towing the CJ on the trailer you own would be a no-go for the dunes or something.
Right. Exactly.
To go out and buy an aluminum trailer.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do there, but yeah, I want to say it was for the Badlands version, which looks like the one I'd want.
That's the Rubicon level or whatever.
I would say so. I would put it up there.
Okay.
They have another one that's like the high-speed desert one, Wild Track.
The Wild Track.
They have let's see. So they have first edition Wild Track, which is like the desert race one. Badlands, which is like the super off-road everything. The Outer Banks, which is kind of like
LBX.
like a beachy, you know.
LBX.
Like I want to
That's
be
the Islander.
I want to be fancy, right? Yeah, like I want to take my surfboards to the
Yeah,
beach. Still
that's
be
the-
cool. Black Diamonds, like straight off-road.
Okay.
No, it's got and Big Bend, and then
Indiana.
the base model.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I know.
What's up with that base model?
How about that base model?
Base model with the Sasquatch on it.
I gotta put that Sasquatch on it. Did you see the selector thing is the goat mode? I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. Was it greatest of all terrain or something?
Go over all terrain. We're probably murdering it
Goat.
horribly. There's so many probably Bronco haters right now that have already turned us off. We got canceled.
Well, if you're a Bronco hater, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think we've done a pretty good job thus far being pretty brand
Open to everything.
open.
I think it's going to be great for everyone.
Yeah, because competition is going to breed some
Absolutely.
growth. I mean, Jeep sat in their laurels since the FJ. It hasn't had any competition since the FJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would agree with that.
The Tacoma.
But Tacoma, it's in a league of its own.
Right.
Even all of those. They're just, it's like a different breed.
And like when you start
it's not
looking at
even-
the overland world, you don't see many WKs or WXs, whatever the Grand Cherokees are now.
Not as many.
That's Forerunner territory.
Right.
So if you're going to buy a Jeep, you're buying a Wrangler. If you're going to buy a Jeep for what we do, it's Wrangler typically. I know there's WK guys out there. I mean, you're a ZJ guy,
Yeah.
so I'm not pooping on anybody.
Right.
But the Wrangler's been kind of in a league of its own since forever.
See, even they got like a tray that pulls out.
Yeah, that thing right there was awesome. I want to buy it for that.
Just because you put your grill on
Yeah.
the back.
Like it's forethought.
That's the space you normally look for.
Because in a Jeep, that's a $200 tailgate add-on. Like the table you buy aftermarket.
Right. They're like, oh, we'll just make this tray that slides out.
Crazy.
How hard is that? It probably didn't cost them much at all.
No.
So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. And they already have did you see they already have
built-in
the bar?
track, yeah.
And like for your GoPro and everything, all the accessories they already have for it. It's impressive.
Well, I mean, I would hope because they wouldn't release any specs, so they had to be doing something, right? I mean,
Right.
And I'm sure, at least one of the guys up there, and I know for sure, but has a Jeep, wheels a Jeep, off-roads. Not everybody up there is an engineer bean counter.
I'd heard rumor that several of the high ups on this project were
Legit off-roaders, yeah.
have Jeeps and wheel
Yeah.
often.
And now they have a competitor.
Yeah.
Like a legit.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's absolutely awesome. I think Jeep is already kind of, I'm not saying on their heels or anything, but they've already kind of countered, right? They already had to counter their hand, right? And that was something like, 392 Hemi.
Yeah, ooh.
Let's put 700 horsepower in everything.
Like, how about you make a X model with Rubicon options?
Or,
Like you said, I can get the Sasquatch in the
Yes.
base.
Right.
Let me get an X with dual 44s and lockers.
That'd be sweet. Like a builder pack. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're going to build it.
Yeah, save me the hassle.
Right. I don't need the leather and the frills because I'm going to get mud on
Yeah.
it.
And I mean, I've heard the argument for leather is good for wheeling because you wipe it off. 50-50. I've seen both ways.
I've got leather in this CJ. It's not all that great.
Right.
I mean,
But-
it's nice that it wipes off-ish,
Right.
but when it's like summer sweaty and slimy,
Yeah.
or you get that slimy mud sliding behind you, and now you're sliding around on the leather seat, making all the noises. Sounding like you have really bad food the night before.
Right. I mean, there's some. I wish. So I've been looking at trucks and new trucks for me.
I know you've been really
pretty hard
on it.
I really wish there was a way that I can just build what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, like when I looked at like, oh, this one's got a 12-volt outlet in the bed. That's awesome. Click. Oh, you can't have a 12-volt bed thing and the windshield wipers. I'm like, what?
I know exactly.
How do they even?
I know exactly what page you were building one on.
I'm like, how does that work? Like,
Yeah.
I want the 12-volt bed thing and I want windshield wipers. You can only have one or the other. Like,
Yeah, it's always. It was the same because I looked. I'm pretty sure it was the same manufacturer, just playing around.
Right.
I was like, oh, you want skid plates? Yeah, you can get off-road skid. Oh, you want a third row? Oh no, we don't. You
Yeah.
can't have skid plates and a third row.
yeah, you can't put nobody back there.
I'm like, what?
Right.
This makes no sense.
I mean, I know you're thinking Bronco. We're talking Bronco. I'm narrowed down to like 4 right now.
Yeah.
Tacoma, ZR2, a Gladiator, or a 2500 Dodge.
Why 2,500? Do you really? Why not just 1,500?
I wanted the live axle. I wanted the truck.
You want the truck?
Yeah, because I'm going to lift it and do stupid stuff to it.
Why? I guess this is my question. Why?
Because that's what I do.
Is it not big enough?
No, I got to put 37s on it, deck it out.
40s?
Because then I can overland it. It'll be my overlander.
How many do you need?
All of them.
Really collect them all.
Yeah. Like Pokemon, dude.
Okay. All right. I'm guess. Sure.
So I figured, the Dodge could be like my summertime overlander. My Jeep could be my wintertime overlander. My red Jeep's my wheeler, my hardcore wheeler.
Okay.
Makes sense. And all in my head, dude, all makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I
know how that goes.
The cool thing was I could tow anything I wanted with the Dodge, with the big Dodge. I know anything I own that I could tow with it, no problem.
Yeah, I'm down for you getting the new tow rig.
Yeah.
I'll get the towing.
Pull your Bronco to Moab.
Yeah. Why not? They showed it on the video of it like bouncing around on rocks.
Shooting the Moab man, or the Marlboro man.
I want either model. There's the the Black Diamond and the whatever the off-road ones
Right.
already had rocker guards and stuff.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean it sounds completely.
That makes sense.
That should be covered under warranty.
Right.
That rock gouge in the side of the fender.
You guys said it was double Black
It
Diamond.
says this is off-road, and I went off-road and I broke it. I think it should be good. I mean, 35's factory.
Pretty
on
rad.
IFS
Lockers.
lockers. That's I could be wrong. I want to say it's like a Dana 44 housing.
8.8.
I think it's 44. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait to see. I think it was on here. We'll look at it later. I don't have time for this. I don't have time to debate this with you. Either way, it's big enough to make them feel like they can do 35s.
Right.
Possibly bigger down the road.
Maybe.
I heard.
You heard some things?
I heard some things. I heard it doesn't take much to get 37s.
Doesn't take much to get 37s on a JK either.
Yeah.
Just saying. Jeep Love. What?
Whoa. I'm going to go with the Ford is like the only one to actually have round fender wells
Right.
that actually fit big tires. Just saying. It's crazy. Put the round peg in the round hole. What do I know?
I was never good at geology.
I'll never get at that math stuff. But
I mean,
yeah.
it's rad. I dig it. I would drive it. Like you said, it would take a little bit to prime you away from Jeep.
The sport's killing it though. I think that's where it's at.
Escape.
You could just see that sport should just come with a rooftop tent
Yeah.
and some kayak holders right off the get.
The Sport.
Yeah, for sure.
The Escape.
It probably already does. It's like an option. What is that?
It's a GT.
We're watching a whole bunch of.
So that was you're on. You type in Ford into YouTube and it just blows
It
up.
went down the rabbit hole.
So yeah, I mean, it'd be rad. I'd not to mention, it'd be something cool to be like, go with Andy, have a Yoda, have a JK, and have a Ford all in the same row and go play.
Yeah, and I think that's what's really piquing my interest is I don't think that I've ever really had that vehicle, like that you got. I'm like, hey, let's just. I mean, my trucks could do it, yeah, but
Right.
I've never. It's been a long time since I've built up.
Well, like you said,
daily.
There's a difference between the ZJ right there on 37s.
Yeah, that's not driving far.
Right, because I know you just missed your trip to the UP. You just had it, and it was not what
Yeah.
you thought.
Well,
so if we had the same weekend off ever, and you said, "Hey, we're going to leave Friday after work
Yeah.
and fly to the UP for the weekend,"
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like dealing with dragging a truck and a trailer, finding a place to put it.
Right.
So I hop in the JK. I can do that. Well, you don't have that option.
Right.
Granted, you can ride shotgun with me.
Right.
But at some point, you want to be like, hey, Jim, I got the Squatch.
Yeah, I got the Sasquatch patch.
Let's go.
Let's throw this bitch in goat mode.
Bring you a bag and a tent. We're going camping. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in
yeah,
route.
that's what I mean. I can't think of a time. I guess I could have at any time, but like I said, I've never had that dedicated vehicle.
Right.
Like I've never had that Wrangler.
Right.
You know.
Well, you never had a daily, like that was your life.
Mm-hmm.
You've always had toy or whatever.
Yeah, I've always had that. Throw it on a trailer and drag it there.
I mean, the cool thing about the Bronco looks like, and this is what me and Doc talked about with the IFS, was like you can enjoy driving it again.
Yeah.
Versus like, you know, worrying about death wobble and bump steer and, you know, the solid axle life that you deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
IFS, it can be fun to drive, and you could bomb it a little bit like at Silver Lake. I'm not saying jump it, but give it a little bit of business without getting all chopped up like the Wranglers do.
Right.
Start doing that front to rear buck, you know?
Right.
That you can take bumps and fire roads and whatever. You know, it's got potential, bro, and I dig it.
Yeah.
It'd definitely be higher. It'd definitely be on my list if I was thinking about another SUV type vehicle. But if you notice, the four I named were pickups.
Yeah. I got you.
Because if I got the 4-door, it'd be another JKU basically.
We're just gonna swap roles.
Right.
I'll get like the Adventure Explorer Iteration vehicle, and you get the truck.
Right. I doubt that's gonna happen, but maybe.
Well, you get the 2500, then you
Yeah,
got the tow
maybe.
rig.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I'm down with that.
You put a gooseneck in the back. We can put all the
No,
rigs
that's where
on
my
it.
camper's going, dude.
We'll put that on the gooseneck trailer. Haven't you seen
But
that?
I can't overland that.
Yeah, you can. You just have to be a little more creative. You gotta get
Look,
in the
dude,
groove and
look,
towing
dude,
the trailer.
after last week's with Michigan Overland, I am Overland AF now.
Oh, okay.
And about that life.
Oh.
Okay. I bought a Patagonia jacket. Like,
Okay.
I never knew just driving around in the woods was overlanding, but I'm down with it. I dig it. And
Just anywhere.
yeah,
Parking in the woods.
yeah, I'm going to go from boondocking to overland. I don't care what you call it.
Well, you just go to my backyard. I got some trees.
Okay. Put my hammock up.
There's trees. You can do it.
Don't spoil next photo op.
Next photo op. We're off-roading.
You see me with my
In an hour.
binoculars, like, wow, you see there's an elk over there, Jay. Check that out.
Looking off into the distance.
Of your yard.
Is that a house between the trees? Maybe.
No, it's where elk lives.
That's an elk.
It's an elk house.
Oh, God, down into the weeds again we go.
Yeah.
So
What else you
but
got?
I don't know. That was about it. I didn't really have a whole lot else. I was really excited about it though.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a rad option. And in my mind, I'm good. I'm happy for the competition. Because now
I think so.
Jeep's going to have to set something up and realize either
What-
A, you got to drop the hell out of your prices to compete, or add something.
Should we like place bets on what Jeep's gonna do besides put a V8 in it? What else? What do you think do? I know they've already taken like some of the Rubicon, like the fancy features, the
Right.
options, and made them like standard, like the touch screen or something like that. They've done some work there. What else do you think?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I'd like to see them put proper sized tires on something.
You think they're gonna up tire size?
I would like to see the Rubicons come. They come with what, 285s,
Is that it?
265s, maybe.
I guess it's so rare that you see a Rubicon on like factory
Right.
tires. Like it feels like everyone gets an upgrade.
Right.
But yeah, I think so. I think you're right. It's
So I'm
285.
like, okay, let it come with 35s out of the factory. It'll fit,
Yeah.
you know, or put a 2-inch lift on it and call it the Rubicon, I don't know, King of the Hammers edition or whatever. You know, like
Right.
give somebody that wants to entry level wheeler.
I like your idea of like a base model
Yeah.
with the off-road features.
It's like when I bought the JK, I bought the Sport because I didn't have the extra 10 grand for the Rubicon package or whatever it was, knowing I could get a Dana 44 for $3,500.
Well, I could be wrong. I could be off base here, but I think knowing you, like even like to get the Rubicon, like you really wanted the Rubicon for the axles and everything. I don't think you probably cared about the
I want the axles in the T case. That's all I
Right.
care about.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not looking for the heated seats and the air conditioned.
Heated seats are badass.
pedals.
I would love some heated seats because the wife's got them in her truck, and in January they are amazing.
They are amazing.
Get in there.
I'm
and-
saying like
yeah.
that's not like
Yeah, I wouldn't buy it because
it's the
of that.
red trimmed seats or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the stitching that
Yeah.
really got me.
The cat skin leather. Like,
That's
no,
it.
I wanted front and rear 44s, lockers, and a T case.
Yeah.
You know,
The 4-to-1.
yeah, because I would have bought a Sport with the Rubicon upgrade for the drivetrain.
Right.
And the only other thing that I want that I didn't have in
And
mind.
you know what Ford did, buddy?
Did
Ford
that.
listened to you. They're
Yep.
like, oh, you want that? We
Only
got that.
other thing I wanted.
And we're going to call it the Sasquatch.
The only other thing I wanted, Jeep does a rear 12-volt outlet for like an angle fridge or an ARB fridge.
Yeah, Bronco's got that.
Yeah, well, there's an option. I didn't know it was an option back then. I already got that.
I saw, I could be wrong, the new F-150,
Okay.
which I was kind of excited about also. Like, you can get like a generator or like a big power inverter in the back.
Really?
To be able to power like all
Whatever.
sorts of, yeah.
Job site stuff, man stuff.
Well, they kind of, I look like they kind of geared it for the overland camper.
Overland.
You know, so you can
Right.
power all your gizmo microwave or fridge or
Okay.
whatever. Or, the job site guy, which was probably more geared for the job site guy. Because I think the tailgate, you can get like a measuring, it's crazy.
Like hash marks on the tailgates, you know where to cut?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's got like the measuring tape already on there. And then it had like the tailgate itself had slots in it to where you could put a clamp.
Oh, for holding like a, okay.
So
Yeah.
you put your 2x4 so you can run your saw right through your tailgate. Well, that's usually what happens.
Yep.
You know,
I was actually going to ask them to put like a steel reinforcement on the back of that so you'd stop.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's some armored plating.
Yeah.
It just thrashes your blade and doesn't destroy your tailgate. But then how would they make money on new tailgates?
Yeah.
But anyway, down the weeds we go. But
Yeah, so you didn't really miss much while you're gone other than the Bronco drop, but that came out after you got home, I think.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I had Wi-Fi where I was.
Okay.
So I made sure not to miss that. And it, like I said, it hit all the marks that I had heard that it was going to.
Okay.
I saw the teaser photos and everything, and
Yeah, and we've been seeing that. There's that one that was dropped, I guess, from inside of one of the factories, and
that was
the dude probably lost his job or whatever.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And everyone was like, "Oh, there's still like a lot of, oh, that's not it. Oh, that's just a reed-faced Wrangler." And I mean,
right. But then I talked to a guy who was like, "I know what factory that is, and that guy's gonna lose his job."
yeah,
Because he walked past 6 no cell phone signs to get to that.
yep,
And I was like, "Ooh,
yeah. I've been in those places. And they usually make you either like put your phone in the basket,
yep,
or they put the sticker over your lens
okay."
to where like that they have like a special thing to remove it. Otherwise, it leaves like a goo.
So if you peel it, it turns into a goo.
Or if you peel it, they know that you peeled it. Right.
Right.
Like if your sticker's gone, you pulled it off. There was some goofy thing, that, make you peel it. It says void kind
Right.
of thing.
Got you.
Yeah, nailed you.
Too bad the photos are already out.
Yeah, yeah, and you're fired.
Yeah. God darn it.
But I'm trending.
Yeah.
My leaked Bronco photos got me trending. Yeah, good luck with that.
So I guess the only other thing that I've got to talk about is River City Cindy reached out,
Okay.
referenced the ORV permit issues.
Okay.
Apparently,
What do we got? There was some.
we may have
concern.
misinformed people.
I find that hard to believe because we are very factual
We're
and
so
rarely
prepared.
ever just full of BS.
So I actually reached out and I called 4 different conservation officers. So
I like your dedication.
I was like, oh, let's just see because, it's like a seatbelt law. You talk to the right cop and he's like, I don't care. The other cop's like, yeah, it's a ticket.
right.
So
I had that same conversation about fenders on my trailer. But
right, fenders in your trailer or lift height.
yeah, some
Right.
guys are like, oh, that's fine. Others are like, oh, I don't know.
So apparently, if you're street legal vehicle, truck, car, SUV,
Licensed by the state.
Secretary of State, you do not
this
need
is
an
Michigan.
ORV anything to be on any of the trails in the state. Unless you go to Silver Lake or St. Helens, the 2 scramble
This
areas.
is considered a scramble area.
If you're a street licensed like KTM 500 dirt bike
Mm-hmm.
and you got a plate on it,
You can go down a road.
you can go down a road.
Not a.
As soon as you turn into a trail, you need the stickers.
That makes sense.
To an extent, like just let me buy the friggin' sticker and like just call it one thing.
Yeah, I'm down for buying the sticker. Not that I have anything to go off road, so I
Right.
haven't bought them this year, but I usually do, just for the fact that it does kind of support.
Well, I mean, but there's been years past. Like for me, I've got 3 Jeeps and 3 dirt bikes at
That's
$36 a piece.
That's inexpensive. I know that life too.
So knowing like, okay, I don't need a trail sticker for this one. It's only $26. It hurts a little less.
Mm-hmm.
And then technically, I don't need them for my Jeeps either. But I do take my Jeeps to Silver Lake and St. Helen.
Yeah.
But like I talked to her about, I was like, for me, I'm going to keep buying them because it goes back to the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And if you run across a guy who's not that well versed on the law,
Which we've heard stories,
Right.
that there are those out there that
I don't
that
want to have to
well
drive back to Mount Morenci or to Porcupine Mountains area
for
to
my
fight a
court, for my
ticket.
court date
Right. $36 for me is cheap insurance. It goes back to the state.
to fight with the judge who doesn't
Right.
know.
Because I know guys who don't hunt anymore
Yeah.
that buy hunting licenses for the conservation aspect of it.
Didn't they just change something with that too? That's a whole nother topic.
A whole different topic, yeah. But
We're not going down that.
that thing's a mess.
That sounds like a mess.
But yeah, so if you're out there and you're coming to Michigan, I know I'm on Michigan Overland Forum now on Facebook. Some guys are asking they're coming from Kentucky to wheel in the UP. He's driving from Kentucky to the UP to go wheeling.
That's dedication. Because I drove.
And everybody
from
told him there's
here
been-
to the UP, and it was 6 hours of amazingness.
There's been like, you need both. You need one. You don't need anything,
Yeah.
dude. You know,
And I think isn't it kind of weird right now too with the whole COVID situation?
I think they extended it a couple times, like don't need anything.
Yeah.
But now I don't know
We'll
where they
take
stand
anything,
anymore.
but
Yeah, I don't know where they stand anymore. And
If you cough and sneeze towards us, then we're just gonna
Right.
wave you on your way or
right,
something.
so I don't know, dude. But I'll keep buying them probably. You
Yeah.
know, I just wish it was one sticker, not two.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I've always bought them.
Yeah,
Anything that goes off road. Again, probably, and it probably is mostly because I just don't want the hassle.
right.
Like I want to make sure I'm overly legit.
Right.
I don't want to deal with those guys.
Well, I ran across a
They're
guy
good guys, but
up in Oklahoma County, and he's like, based on the mud on your vehicle, I can tell you went somewhere you shouldn't have been. And I was like, what? Because I was 19, and every mud puddle I found, I would blast through at 40.
you're right.
I was like, no, man, I just went back and forth to my cabin. My cabin's off of a 2-track.
Yeah.
And every mud puddle I saw, I would hit at 40 miles an hour.
Right.
He's like, no, you went someplace you shouldn't have been, but I can't prove it, so I can't write you a ticket. I'm like, why would you even come at me like that? Like, I've got my sticker.
Yeah.
I'm 19. I'm not drunk. I'm up here having a good time. Like,
Right. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for the most
you
part.
know, so I hate to get that guy and be like, oh, you've got one of 2 stickers. You know, like,
Yeah. Right. Is that sand from a scramble area I see on your bumper?
gotcha.
Got you good, boy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know they're doing their job, but it's an ever-changing thing. I'm not trying to dog anybody, but,
Yeah.
you know, according to the law and according to the guys I talked to today, one from Washtenaw County area, one's from, he used to work in the UP, and now he transferred to the middle of the state somewhere. I started calling, like, local sheriff's offices. I'm like, hey, do you have a conservation officer working tonight for dispatch?
You're dedicated.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just want to make sure that if we're going to put information out there and it can be proven factual or not,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that people are getting the right information.
You call us out, well,
So she called us out, and I wanted to confirm, and
appreciate that.
yeah. So if
All
I
right.
hear anything different, I've got 2 more phone calls I'm waiting on. I'll let you know.
We go hard with our fact checking here at Off.
And then we apparently got to have Kelly back on because he blew up the internets
He did blow up our internets
with the whole like kayak guy questions.
our kayaking. All the off-road kayakers that listen to this show, all 5 of them, are into it.
Yeah, I mean, you got Dr. Deathwall talking about boats.
I know. He's like, oh, we should go. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This is too much. Too many things, dude.
You got to pick your hobbies a little more carefully.
Oh, yeah. It's especially after talking to Kelly. I'm like, how many boats do I need?
Right.
I think he mentioned like you need like 5. 5 at like a couple grand a piece.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just have a car.
Or like a couple grand a piece. I could go
just-
buy like a little pontoon and
Yeah,
float
I could-
around.
Has anyone done that? I was thinking about that. That was the one thing I thought about when I
Tie
was
2
out there.
kayaks together as a pontoon.
No, that'd be cool too. Like river rafting kind
Yeah.
of deal. Like live on it. We just float down the river.
Yeah.
Like Huck Finn.
That'd be an overland trip. Like put it in and
Dude, no.
float.
So what I was thinking about for up there on Lake Superior, how kind of rad would it be to kind of get like the old pontoon boat, right? Strip it, and then kind of make it like an overland pontoon boat, like with the rooftop tent on like a rack above you.
Doesn't
you could
sound
just-
very rad at all.
Dude, you put in like a lake like Superior.
Yeah, 4-foot swells, and you got a
You
140
find like
pound
a
tent.
cove or something. All right, for like going down a river
Okay.
or something, right? Because it's a pontoon boat, so you don't got to worry about water getting too shallow.
Right.
But being able to kind of take that to like any shore,
Because you know Superior sank like the Edmund Fitzgerald in like a big old tanker, right?
that wasn't Superior.
Yeah.
Was it Superior?
The shores of Lake, but
I don't, dude, I don't know the song.
yeah, yeah, it sank in Superior.
I
but
mean, it's definitely an ocean. It was
yeah,
scary.
I'm not gonna be up there on
I
a
almost died.
pontoon boat with a
There
200
was
pound tent
pontoon
up
boats
on it.
out there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not gonna. You can do something when you're awake.
You don't go out in like the middle.
You catch
keep
like
it
a
up the
rogue
shore,
wave
man.
or something, and you just disappear.
Rogue. It's not the Bermuda Triangle. It could be. The Bermuda Triangle could be in there. I don't
Right, hard pass, bro. Hard pass. Take me to like,
All right, for like rivers though. Has anyone ever done that?
I'm sure.
I feel like I've seen that picture. I don't know. It seemed like a kind of a cool idea.
I mean,
you could easily do it.
Have you seen the inflatable raft that's a tent?
No.
Yeah.
You just wake up randomly in a new spot.
I mean, at least you're closer to the water. You're not like upside down.
All right,
The
fine.
shores
You
of Lake.
totally poo-pooed my idea. I thought we were onto something new. New exploration. Go where no one's really gone before. You can just stay on any shoreline, dude.
I'm going to listen to that Gordon Lightfoot song now. It's stuck in my head now.
I met his relative.
Yeah?
Just randomly. It's a long story. I'm not getting into on this show.
Yeah, okay.
We don't have that kind of time, and I don't have. That's a long rabbit hole.
I'm just over here trying to figure it out. The
I
hurricane
stop.
blows, the old place they call Get Your Gummy.
I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. It's an awesome lake
Yeah. It's a rad lake, dude. I mean, that kayak out there, it's great.
when it's calm.
Oh, maybe not with 6 kids, too.
When it's calm.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was a little choppy when we were there. It wasn't bad, but it'd be a lot. If I don't have to worry about my kids, it's probably easier to deal with.
when you're hitting waves where like the front is not touching anything, and then like a minute later the back is like, I'm in the air. I'm
Well, at least it's
suspended
not at
right
the
now.
same time.
Yeah, it's true.
That was such a rabbit hole episode.
Oh, I know. Well, whatever. We made it happen. I think we can call it.
You want to call it?
Yeah, we probably should. So until next week,
Leaf Springs for poor people.
Leaf Springs Report people. GW Designs. Thank you, Dustin, for hooking me up with an ECM. My Jeep starts again.
Just runs kind of funny, but starts.
It runs on 5, but
Hey.
he thought that maybe that was the ECM he gave me.
It's one of those original eco modes.
Yeah, it's in eco mode, but I can pull it in and out of the garage, so I'm happy for now. And at least I know what it is now.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, when your crank sensor bolt breaks, that's super fun. By the way, mine's held on by a zip tie
On a
now.
ZJ.
I can't imagine it being much fun in anything.
At least I can
There's
get to mine.
Yeah, but you can't drill it out.
Right, but I can still see it. At least I can see it to work on it. When yours is like up underneath and backward, and you got every extension you own on it.
Yeah, it was up on lift. I was deep in, like my head was in places it didn't want to fit.
Right.
And it hurt.
Big old noodle.
Oh, it is not conducive to cramming it in places just to get a glimpse, maybe. So-
Rabbit hole.
Yeah. So anyway, the drill bit doesn't drill the bolt out. It drills the aluminum out.
Yeah, it wants to walk the aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah. So, zip tie.
Quick change. NASCAR.
Quick change. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it. Until another time.
Next week, y'all.
We are out-ish. Sure. We're out.